Okay people, so after the long agonizing wait, we finally got some spoilers for Boruto chapter 49, and oh my gosh people, because where we last left off, we know shit was critical. Isshiki Otsutsuki has officially arrived in Konoha. The battle was about to go down, but we don't know exactly where it's all gonna start, how is it gonna go, and we got spoilers people, we got a lot of spoilers right here. The chapter I believe drops tomorrow, but baby, let's get into it. Let's get into some of this Boruto manga greatness. People, I'm too excited right now. I'm too excited. I've been waiting all freaking month. Like, when's that next chapter gonna come in? We got spoilers, so it'll ease us through until tomorrow. Let's talk about it.
I say we gonna do what we do, no matter how you move, make your move. That's how it be though.
Okay, so before we jump into the spoilers, just gotta note that if you remember correctly, there was a little preview teaser that was saying that Boruto was going to be a part of the fight. Now I'm curious how they're going to incorporate him, because we know that Naruto and Sasuke themselves in the last battle against Isshiki Otsutsuki, when he was still powered down in the Jigen form, got their asses kicked. So I don't know how much help Boruto is going to be able to add to this whole situation, considering they got their asses handed to them last time. So I mean, maybe karma will play a big factor, but let's read these spoilers. There's a lot of them, a lot of information, and then we'll talk some more. So starting off, we got gracefully floating Isshiki on a leisurely tour of Konoha, casually terrifying villains and then uprooting some things to destroy. There are 6 pages of Naruto versus Isshiki, taijutsu only, and 5 pages of Sasuke versus Isshiki, shuriken only. No named jutsus were used during this portion, so there wasn't anything big in that portion. Basically, Sasuke tricks Isshiki. He kept throwing shuriken at him as a distraction. Sukunahi Kona can obviously shrink them. That's the name of the jutsu that Isshiki uses to shrink things. Complicated name, but then Sasuke launches his katana at Isshiki. He's surprised that it can't shrink, and that was because it was Boruto using the Henge no Jutsu, pretending to be the katana. So they're using strategy. I love that shit. For the people that always complain, Boruto, or even going back to like Shippuden, that what happened to strategy, what happened to hand-to-hand combat, Boruto has been delivering that times 10. Like, what if I told you that the Boruto manga is actually really good? Let's continue. By using the katana trick, Boruto got close enough to Isshiki so that they both got sent to another dimension. That is Boruto's resolve. Different dimension, it's got normal looking forests, rocks, cliffs, clouds. Sasuke tracks Boruto's chakra and warped in after them with Naruto. Hold on a sec. So by using the katana trick, Boruto got close enough to Isshiki so that they both got sent to another dimension. That is Boruto's resolve. So are they referring to, like, I don't think that Boruto himself did it. I'm imagining that Isshiki used his powers to send, like, you know, similar to what Kaguya was able to do, and then he took Boruto with him, because again, unless Boruto was using the Jagan, and again, these are spoilers, we'll have full clarification when the chapter drops. That is interesting. And then of course Sasuke and Naruto headed there too, like, yo fam, where you taking the little one? Like, yo, back then, that time when we went to rescue my father who got kidnapped by Momoshiki Ochan, you let me your Hitai 8, right? I was wondering if you could lend it to me again. It's something important to me. You'll have to return it. Yeah, I promise, Dateba says. So I'm imagining that's Boruto telling Sasuke, remember in the Boruto Naruto, the movie stuff, how Sasuke lent him the headband and whatnot. He's asking him, hey, can you lend it to me again? Which, the scar, people, the scar is coming. Chapter 50 is more than likely gonna be it, but again, let's continue. We got Isshiki politely approaches 2 shinobi. I'm looking for someone, a boy named Kawaki. Do you know where he is? And I'm assuming that a lot of this is out of order. This isn't like straight beat by beat the chapter. One ninja tends to throw shuriken at Isshiki. They get miniaturized by Isshiki. Obviously, Isshiki sends them flying right back into his eyeball chest. Sorry, but I'm in a hurry. Could you please quickly answer my question? If not, I'll be sacrificing some civilians next. Okay, so this is taking place prior to all this. This is when Isshiki first arrives in Konoha. Meanwhile, an unconscious Kawaki is being slung over Sai's shoulder to be carried away elsewhere from Amado's interrogation room. The Anbu have underground facility that they use that's not even officially documented by the village, which we've heard before. Amado is worried about it, but Sai reassures him that the area has sufficient countermeasures against the Byakugan, so Shikamaru plus Amado plus Kawaki plus Sai are going there. If it's the worst case scenario, and if your consciousness gets overridden by Momoshiki, don't worry, at that time I'll stop you with all my might, even if I have to kill you. That is my resolve as your mentor, because Naruto probably wouldn't be able to do it. Wow, so Sasuke is basically telling Boruto, yo, if you lose it and go bonkers, don't worry fam, I'll put you down. I'll give you the old yellow treatment. Like, yo, what the fuck? Sasuke. This dude is nuts. Like, yo, this is crazy. Isshiki spends most of the taijutsu battle versus Naruto just kicking him around. Naruto literally gets sent through a row of large buildings. When Isshiki is about to dramatically stomp Naruto barefoot again, Sasuke uses his Rinnegan to swap places with Isshiki. Heroic entry. Okay, I am gonna lie, and again, we'll get all into it when, you know, the full chapter and we get more context and whatnot, but it's starting to be a little ridiculous with Naruto getting his ass beat. Like, anybody else agree with me on that? Like, how many times is Naruto gonna have to get saved by Sasuke? Like, I get it, he's rusty. I get it, him being, you know, Hokage all these years and just sitting at a desk has been taxing in a way, I guess you could say, on his skills. He's rustier than a motherfucker. He's rustier than a rusty nail out in the middle of the fucking boonies and shit like that. I get that, but come on, fam. Like, I want to see Naruto kicking some ass, and it seems as though, like, lately he's just been, like, the damsel in distress. Like, the Elizabeth to Sasuke's Meliodas. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, just gotta throw that in there. I don't like hearing constantly Naruto getting stomped the fuck out and Sasuke having to come and save the day. But as my body gets completely overridden, if I won't be myself anymore, when that time comes, Boruto clutches his chest. I guess this is going back to when Sasuke was talking to Boruto about him being overridden. Boruto clutches his chest, bunching up his t-shirt. There's no telling what I might do to everyone in the village. That's what I'm scared of, Datebasa. So Boruto internal conflicts there. There's probably a ton more. I've seen a whole bunch of pictures and whatnot of the battle and shit like that. You see Naruto, Sasuke, you see Boruto putting on the headband looking epic as hell. This chapter, it looks like the action is gonna be crazy. And 2025, when the anime finally adapts this shit, it's going to be wild. Boruto anime, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get to this shit now! So it seems as though we're in store for one hell of a ride with this chapter. I didn't see anything, to be honest with you, that was like, whoa, that I thought it would have been, because I thought 49 would have solved something big, whether it would have been a major death, whether it would have been Boruto catching the scar over his eye, but with him putting on the headband and whatnot, I'm almost certain that this is foreshadowing that chapter 50 is going to be the big one. I thought maybe 49, I think back to like the way Kishimoto did things, you know, in 599 was when we found out about Obito's identity and shit like that. Seems as though Ikemoto and Kodachi aren't on that same type of Kishimoto mindset. They're probably going to save it for the big 50, whatever's going to happen, but this chapter sounds insane. The battle looks great. We got a really awesome color page of Isshiki to open up. I can't freaking wait to read this. This looks so good. The sounds so good. Sasuke threatening Boruto. I'm curious what you guys think about all this. For starters, how do you feel hearing Sasuke basically telling Boruto, you get put under control, fam. Don't worry. I got a solid for you right here, fam. I'm gonna put you down. I'm gonna give you the old yellow treatment. It'll be fine. How do you feel about that? Also, are you in agreement with me? Like, what's going on with Naruto taking the beats all the time? What's up with that? Like, do you feel as though it's disrespectful to the character? Like, why Naruto constantly is getting his ass whipped? Also, what was up with that? Again, the full chapter will have full context, but was it that Isshiki sent him and Boruto to another dimension? Did Boruto use the Jagan? Did he finally activate it? Like, what's up with that? Your thoughts on these spoilers so far? Like, this sounds nuts. I can't freaking wait. Isshiki invading Konoha. Kawaki seemingly isn't going to be a part of a lot of this until maybe towards the end, especially if Sai is taking him underground where he can't be detected. Kind of curious if it's because he's suspicious of Amado's motives and shit like that, because why would you take him out of there and take him into hiding and shit like that? Like, I get it because of Isshiki being there, but something doesn't sit well with me. And Sai is a very not suspicious, not that he's the suspicious one, but he's always on top of things per se, so maybe he sees something more to it as well. That's why he's like, don't worry, I'll take care of this. I think Kawaki, though, at the end of all this is going to pop back up. It's going to regain consciousness, and that's where shit is going to go in. Your overall thoughts and expectations for this chapter? I can't freaking wait to get the full thing. I need it now. Tomorrow can't come fast enough. Boruto chapter 49. This shit sounds so good. The taijutsu, I can't get enough of it. Taijutsu, just... why does Naruto have to get his ass kicked? But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and Boruto, man. This sounds so good.
It's nights like this and times like this inside a switch, a natural